Continuous voter registration is still ongoing. If you have not signed up yet, this is still a good time to do it and get ready to vote. On the news this hour, President Tinubu temporarily opens Bodo Bonny Road for users. River State government set to commission new projects across 6 local government areas. Emoha local government chairman offer bounty for kidnappers of RSU students. Federal government pledges quick trials for kidnappers, bandits, and terror suspects. On the foreign scene, thousands flee Thai-Cambodia border after deadly clashes. Sam Chinedu, and the news continues after the break. We begin the news this evening with good news for people who want to travel to Bonny by road. President Bola Tinubu has temporarily opened the 37.9-kilometer Bodo Bonny Road project for users. At the road opening today, Monday, President Tinubu urged citizens to follow the rules for the temporary use. He noted that travel will not be allowed at night. Represented by Minister of Works, Senator didn't be open and PM starting December 8th until it is fully in the first quarter of 2026. The president also says heavy trucks will not be allowed on the road and that its maintenance will be handled through public-private partnerships. He's urging Bodo and Bonny traditional rulers and the River State government to provide 20 plots of land to build trailer parks along the road. Meanwhile, Governor Siminalayi Fubara, represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Benibo Anabraba, praised President Tinubu for ensuring the completion of the Bonny Bodo Road. Correspondent Suibi Ruwari reports that stakeholders at the temporary opening, including Senator Barry Mpigi, traditional rulers from Bonny and Bodo, and some House of Representatives members, highlighted the road's economic importance to the Niger Delta region. And still on project commissioning, the River State government says it is back to full work and set to begin commissioning several projects across the state. Secretary to the state government, Dr. Benibo Anabraba, told journalists in Port Harcourt today that the project spans 6 local government areas, including Obiakpo, Port Harcourt City, Ahoda East and West, Ogba, Egbem and Donny.
This administration has taken up in earnest from where we stopped. This administration, led by His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara, is ready to commence the commissioning of completed projects and initiation of other new projects for the use, benefit, and enjoyment of the people of Rivers State. And we also convey the governor's commitment to ensuring that the dividends of democracy are delivered to all citizens of Rivers State, irrespective of their location, while maintaining the peace and development of Rivers State at all times.
He also assures Rivers residents of their safety, saying the government is staying ahead of recent security concerns across the country.
What want to assure the people of Rivers State and the residents that their security is uppermost in the mind of the governor of Rivers State, who at several points had provided equipment, provided other enablements such as accommodation and vehicles in collaboration with the security agencies. So he is not going to stop doing that, as he has always said. But we also have a duty as citizens to be vigilant and also work with security agencies in terms of community policing and intelligence gathering.
Correspondent Martha Okere reports that the projects include the extension of the Ahoda Omoku dualization, the Egbeda Omerilu Link Road, the flag off of the airport bypass and tollgate project, and the commissioning of the Ikwere Igruta Airport Road. Others are the Greater Taft City Housing Estate, the Ihuwa Ihuama Ring Road, the Obodi Ozochi Road and Bridge, the Ogbakiri Junction roundabout to Ogbakiri Waterfront Road, the Ahoda Zonal Hospital, the Permanent Secretary Quarters, and the Federal High Court Complex. Moving on, President General of the school's Old Students Association, Egbema Grammar School, Okuzi Felix Nwadibei, says Governor Simila Ifubara has promised to fix public secondary schools across River State in 2026, and the school will not be exempted. The retired Deputy Superintendent of Police gave this information at a special homecoming event held over the weekend at Egbema Grammar School, Okuzi. He told staff and students that the association had already written to the governor and the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Education after discovering the school's dilapidated condition. According to him, the government has assured them that rehabilitating public secondary schools is a key priority for next year. Retired DSP Nwadibei added that while waiting for the state's intervention, the association will continue its own renovation and support projects as resources permit. Also speaking at the event, alternate chairman of the Homecoming Committee, Dr. Kennedy also urged students to take their education seriously. He warned against the temptation of quick money and online fraud, noting that ill-gotten wealth never lasts. The homecoming featured cultural dances, the commissioning of renovated projects, and a luncheon. The principal of the school, Engineer Akio Benjamin Chimama, thanked the association for the renovation projects and other interventions in the school. It might interest you to know that Egbema Grammar School Okuzi was established in 1977. In its 48 years of existence, it has produced captains of industries, the academia, senior security personnel, politicians, traditional rulers, among others. And to health concerns, the River State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Adeze Ore, says the state's relaunch emergency ambulance service has responded to nearly 2,000 emergency cases since July last year, with pregnant women accounting for about 60% of all calls received at the emergency center. Speaking in an interview with journalists, Dr. Ore noted that Nigeria continues to record a high rate of maternal deaths. She says the improved ambulance service has played a significant role in reducing maternal mortality and other emergency complications in the state this year.
We've also taken care of trauma-related emergencies, road traffic accidents, newborn and child emergencies. All those make up just under 40%. The majority of the emergencies that our teams get called out for are pregnant women. I'm noting this because we know that Nigeria has a challenge, a high burden maternal death. And these efforts to address maternal emergencies are contributing to tackling maternal death rates.
Correspondent of Law Ashiriba reports that the State Commissioner for Health further said the state's neuropsychiatric hospital is on track for completion in the first quarter of next year, and the facility will include a dedicated substance abuse rehabilitation center. According to her, work is also ongoing on a new general hospital in Rumigbo.
The neuropsychiatric hospital is another major project in the health sector, and we believe that by Q1, that hospital will be completed. It's not just a neuropsychiatric hospital. It will also have a substance abuse rehabilitation center in there. And there's an ongoing project for a new general hospital in Umibo that also will be sited there within the hospital. So you see that it's a large complex.
And to security, the chairman of Emoha local government area, Dr. Chidi Lloyd, has announced a 3 million naira bounty for each of the abductors of River State University Emoha campus students who were kidnapped from their residence. He's also offering a 2 million naira reward to anyone who gives useful information that could lead to their arrest. In an interview with correspondent Emeka Otuka, Dr. Lloyd warned students against living extravagantly and is urging them to be careful about the friends they keep. The council boss also says he has credible information about the behavior of some students and that those involved will be investigated. He's appealing to the university authorities to reconsider suspending lectures at the Emoha campus, assuring that his administration is fully committed to the safety of all students. And still on security, but in Eche, the chairman of Eche local government area, Chima Boniface Njoko, has declared one Chibike Okere, also known as Naye of Umuchoko Chokota, wanted for alleged unlawful possession of firearms, cultism, and kidnapping. Njoko, in a statement, is accusing Chibike of terrorizing Chokota and Ikwerengwo communities and announced a bounty of 500,000 naira for anyone or police officer with useful or credible information that could lead to his arrest. He reaffirms that his administration will continue to support security agencies in their efforts to curb insecurity in Eche, adding that no individual, no matter how highly placed or influenced, is above the law. The Eche Council boss further appealed to the traditional rulers, youths, and opinion leaders to always work with the government and security agencies and report any suspicious movement or activities in their areas, noting that this will help to bring lasting peace and curb insecurity in the local government area. And to more security stories, the River State Police Command has arrested 3 suspected car thieves and recovered a stolen Toyota Corolla. Police spokesperson SP Grace Iringekoko says the operation began after an officer of the Federal Road Safety Corps in Port Harcourt reported the incident. She adds that confirmation with the owner showed the car had been stolen in December 2024 from his daughter by their former Bolt driver. Iringekoko revealed that the police later recovered the car and arrested 3 suspects, Christian Ihugwe, John Ebus, and Barnabas, all living in Port Harcourt. Suspects and the recovered vehicle have been handed over to the Special Investigation Department for further analysis, while efforts continue to track other accomplices. River State Commissioner of Police CP Ulugbenga Adekboju praised the officers involved and is urging residents to share useful information to help fight crime. Still to come, federal government pledges quick trials for kidnappers and terror suspects. Stay tuned. Back. The federal government says it is committed to ensuring the quick trial of kidnappers, bandits, and terror suspects who are making life difficult for Nigerians. It believes the speeding up court cases will help reduce crime across the country. Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi San, says the government is focusing on timely prosecution instead of relying only on detention or military action. He notes that this applies to suspects involved in deadly attacks, kidnapping for ransom, extremist recruitment, and terror financing. Fagbemi, speaking at the opening of the 2025-2026 legal year of the Court of Appeal in Abuja, adds that the government is using both military and non-military methods to fight terrorism and that fast justice is an important part of the overall strategy. Meanwhile, U.S. lawmaker Riley Moore has praised the Nigerian government for rescuing 100 school children kidnapped from St. Mary's Private Catholic School in Papiri, Agwara local government area of Niger State. In a post on X on Monday, Moore said, "The rescue shows President Bola Tinubu's commitment to tackle the country's security challenges." Moore adds that a joint task force has been set up between the U.S. State Department and the Nigerian government to address reported Christian persecution in the country. And in reaction to the attempted coup in Benin Republic, Director of Research at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, Professor Joshua Olariwa, says coups in the Sahel region show that democracy is weak in the region. He adds that progress made by the Economic Community of West African States in the region has been set back by these military takeovers. Professor Bolariwa made the comments while speaking to Nigeria Info FM.
Our democracies across Africa have been threatened with corruption, inadequacy, weak institutions, and all of that. But what we have witnessed between 2020 and now are seriously unprecedented, particularly in the Sahel and especially in West Africa. Now, in West Africa, from Guinea-Conakry to Mali to Burkina Faso to Niger and Guinea-Bissau, about 5 West African countries are under military rule.
He also confirms that Nigeria acted after receiving a formal request from the Benin Republic through diplomatic channels, showing its good neighborliness. According to him, Nigeria has sent a strong message to other regional organizations in Africa against unconstitutional changes of government. The director hopes that this joint response will strengthen regional security and discourage more coups across Africa.
Benin's government requested Nigerian government through a note verbal, through Ministry of Foreign Affairs, that Nigeria should just come to its aid. And when that came, that's the clarion call. Nigeria has lived up to it. Nigeria is leading and trying to make sure democracy is strengthened and entrenched in West Africa. And this will send signals to other parts of regional economic blocks across Africa and beyond Africa. Maybe Economic Community of Central African States, East African Community, and the Maghreb.
The Federal High Court in Abuja has refused Nnamdi Kanu's request moved from Sokoto prison to Kuje or Kefi. Kanu, through the Legal Aid Council, is asking the court to order his transfer so he could better work on his appeal. He's also suggesting Suleja or Kefi as possible alternatives. However, Justice James Omotosho rejected the request, saying the federal government must be given a chance to respond first. In business, the federal government has launched the Student Venture Capital Grant, which allows Nigerian students to apply for up to 50 million naira to fund their business ideas. The program, part of President Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, aims to support student innovation with funding, mentorship, and exposure. The application portal opened on 17 November 2025 for students in federal, state, and private universities. To qualify, students must be in 300 level or above, have STEM-related projects, and have their businesses registered with the CAC. Shortlisted applicants will move to the second stage to pitch their ideas before a 12-member panel of industry experts. Applications close on 23 January 2026. On the international scene, residents on both sides of the Thailand-Cambodia border fled their homes on Monday after new fighting broke out, leaving at least 5 people dead. Each country blamed the other for starting the clash, the worst since a ceasefire was agreed in July. Thailand's Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul says his country does not want violence but will defend its territory if needed. Cambodia's former leader, Hong Sen, is accusing Thailand of provoking the attack. Tensions have been rising since May, causing more than 40 deaths and leading to import bans and travel restrictions. And that's the news for the hour. But before we go, another look at the headlines. President Bola Tinubu has temporarily opened the Bonny Border Road for users. We reported that the River State government is set to commission new projects across 6 local government areas. We told you the Emohua local government chairman is offering a bounty for kidnappers of the RSU students. You heard the federal government is pledging quick trials for kidnappers, bandits, and terror suspects. On the foreign scene, thousands have fled the Thai-Cambodia border after deadly clashes on Monday. The news was edited by Ifunaya Obeme Ndukwe. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Sam Chinedu. Thanks for listening.